Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fridge. On the menu tonight, World of Tanks. Tonight's gameplay comes from a player by the name of Mr. Kripsky, and he is driving the Panzer I C. The Panzer I C is a Tier 3 German light tank that leads to the Tier 10 light tank, the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, or the Tier 10 Leopard 1. The Panzer I C is one of the tanks I consider to be a must-have. So let's take a look into this little gem and see what makes it so special. Starting with the firepower, we find a 7.92mm Mauser, more specifically the MG13. Penetration is a relatively low 33mm, which can force you into using premium ammunition when facing higher tier opponents. Even then, the 43mm that the APCR provides can be lacking when facing tanks such as the AMX-40. Alpha damage is an almost inconsiderable 8, but with 40 rounds in a drum you're looking at 320 damage per clip. You get 5 bursts per drum with an imperceivable 0.13 seconds between each burst, in effect giving you a continuous stream of fire. An 8-second drum reload gives you a good DPM of about 1450. Aim time is 1.3, which is the best of any of the fast light tanks at this tier. Turret traverse is 44 degrees per second. Depression and elevation is good at 10 degrees down and 20 up. Dispersion is rather poor at 0.45, so you do need to get close to your opponent before you let rip with the gun. When it comes to protection, the 1C has respectable armour, with 30mm on the front of the turret and 14mm on the sides and rear. The hull has 30mm on the front, with 20mm on the sides and 14 on the rear. 230 hit points is on the low end, so you do need to be careful how many hits you take. Mobility is what this tank is all about. With a top speed of 79 km an hour, it's one of the fastest tanks in the game. 180 horsepower is only pushing around 8 tonne plus equipment. It gives a very respectable 22.56 horsepower per tonne. Hull traverse is a touch over 50 degrees per second, which is decent, but not as quick as some of the Russian tanks. When you're driving this tank, it does have a large turning radius because of the high top speed, so you do need to be careful when you enter tight spaces. Looking at the concealment stats, it's one of the highest of the fast tanks that I looked at, which is very handy when you're trying to ambush a higher tier opponent. View range is best in class at 340 meters. So there are the numbers on what would be my favourite tank in the game. The playstyle for this tank will suit any of you pants on fire Batchat drivers. You use your speed to rip in, dump a clip and roar off before they know what hit them. Such a high speed gives you ability to rapidly react to the changing battlefield, putting yourself exactly where you're needed and running from any fight that you can't win. Finding a lone tank, tearing it up, or punching through the lines to raise Mary Hell in the enemy's back area is seriously good fun. The only thing you have to watch out for in this tank is other Panzer I Cs. Everything that makes them great fun to drive makes them a worthy opponent. The only tips I can really give you for dealing with other Panzer I Cs is load premium ammo and try and attack from the rear when they're distracted. You can clip a Panzer I C, just make every shot count. I have over 200 battles in my Panzer I C and very nearly a 59% win rate. This is a wonderful tank to use when you just need to blow off some steam, and a platoon of these things can dominate the battlefield. My personal recommendation is to get one of these things, put a good crew in it, and just enjoy yourself. It's a neat little tank and will be at home in anyone's garage. Thank you for joining me in the fridge. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please give it a like and leave me a comment. A reminder that I will be drawing the winner of my Patreon giveaway very shortly. If you would like to support my channel, you can do so for as little as $1 a month. Just follow the link in my video description to my Patreon page. You'll also find links to my Twitch and Discord server. We are almost halfway to my goal of 300 subscribers, at which point I will be giving away a prize pack to a lucky subscriber. So make sure you share my content with your friends and clanmates. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll see you again soon.